Hey first graders! Last week in reading, we learned that expert readers pay close attention for clues that the author leaves in the story. We use these clues to know how the story wants to be read. We set off on a mission to investigate this big question. What clues do authors leave that readers can use to bring characters to life? We took a good close look at our story, Mr. Putter and Tabby dropped the ball. And so far, we found 3 clues. We learned to take a look at the punctuation at the end of a sentence and in the middle of a sentence because that helps us know to take a quick stop and also how to change our voice. We also learned to pay attention to special print like bold letters, italic letters, and capital letters because those also help us know to change our voice and add more feeling to make our storytelling more exciting. Today we're going to continue looking for more clues that will help us know as readers how to read our stories. Alrighty? Here we go. Let's keep looking. The Yankee Doodle dandies were not happy. They benched Zeke. Stay, they said. Oh my goodness, you guys. Well, there's an example of the italics that we saw earlier. But first graders, this is actually another example of a clue that helps us know how to read. This is dialogue. Now, do you remember dialogue is when characters are talking or when they're saying something? You know that there is some dialogue when you see these quotation marks. Here we have quotation marks. And an author might even leave you a clue describing to you how the character said something. Here, the authors just wrote said. So the character said stay. But just for one moment, let's just pretend that the authors actually wrote that they shouted. Then how would you read this, first graders? Let's read this together at home with our new change in 3, 2, 1. Stay! They shouted. Yes, good job. What if instead of shouted, the author left us another clue? And instead of shouted, they said they whispered. Let's try reading this line together again. In 3, 2, 1. Stay, they whispered. Great job changing your voice to fit the clues that the author left for us. Dialogue is just another example of a clue that an author can leave for readers to know how to read the books. So let's add that clue to our chart. Alrighty. Let's go back and let's keep reading. Stay, they said. No way, thought Mr. Putter. The score was tied 2-2. If the other team scored again, the dandies would lose. Oh my goodness. I know this game was really important to Mr. Putter, so I hope that they don't lose. Okay. A batter came up. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Swing and a hit to the outfield. Mr. Putter leaped into action. He ran for the ball. It was rolling, rolling. What do you think is going to happen, you guys? Let's find out. He'd have to bend down to get the ball. Mr. Putter tried to bend down, but his knees said. Can you read this with me at home? In 3, 2, 1, go. No way. Why do you think his knees were saying no way? I think Mr. Putter's knees probably felt really tired. Also because he's older too. So it's not as easy to move as it was when he was younger. The dandies were about to lose. But then... oh my goodness, I wonder what's going to happen next. Glomp! Zeke got the ball. Zeke looked at Mr. Putter. Mr. Putter looked at Zeke. Before we read on, let's practice looking at the pictures to help us change our reading voices. We did some of this work last time. How do you think the characters are feeling right now? How do you think the story is going right now? Doesn't it feel really exciting? Okay, so we looked at the pictures and we can see that Zeke is putting the ball into Mr. Putter's catching mitt. So, that's really exciting. Let's change our voice to match the excitement that's happening in this game. Okay, let's get our reading voices really excited. And let's start reading together in 3, 2, 1. Then Zeke jumped. He jumped and he put that ball right into Mr. Putter's mitt. Great job, first graders. Great job, first graders, using the pictures in the story to help you figure out how to change your reading voice to match the feeling in the story. Let's go ahead and let's add that to our chart. And let's keep reading the rest of the story. Then Mr. Putter threw that ball to home. And because the batter was 100 years old and hadn't gotten there yet, the dandies got him out. Hooray! The game ended in a tie. The dandies carried Zeke on their shoulders and they gave Tabby a ride in the Peanuts box. What a day! Mr. Putter and Tabby and Mrs. Teabury and Zeke ate 10 free bags of peanuts and drank 3 gallons of water. Then they all found a nice spot in the dugout and took a long nap. Zeke's feet twitched a lot, but he couldn't help it. He was still in the game. Do you notice Zeke's feet are twitching? The end. First graders, we found so many different clues in our reading. We noticed when authors leave punctuation at the end or punctuation in the middle. We noticed things like the special print, like bold letters, italic letters, and capital letters. We noticed dialogue. When characters are talking, we knew that we needed to change our voices. And we also knew to use the pictures in our books to help us change our reading voices too. And because we knew all of these things, we were able to really bring that story to life and make it even more exciting. All right, first graders, today we set off on a mission to answer that big question. What clues do authors leave that readers can use to bring characters to life? I think we figured out the answer to our big question by paying attention to all of these clues as we read. We made sure to change our reading voices and really sound the way that the author imagined. When you read today, look out for all of these clues that will help you know how to read. Practice sounding more and more like expert readers who not only bring the characters to life, but also bring the whole book to life. Start by choosing a book that you want to bring to life. Then start reading or rereading to make your reading voice really shine. Great job today, first graders, and we'll see you next time. Bye!